How do you practice purpose? And PiMOV is all about practicing. We are learning and unlearning to be who we are. And as we said many times, observation is key, and understanding how we respond to the input from the outside, or the input from our thoughts to the outside. It's important to continuously observe and practice. Many times we just jump in, no, with what we think, and tell other ones what to do, not to do, or our opinions. And at the end, what do they care? No, we can say, no, it's their life, it's their shoes, it's our life, it's our shoes. No? And by practicing observation, practicing being who we are, we learn to respect those boundaries, our boundary, ourself, and other ones, and to listen and stay sometimes quiet, just listening and observing, not having to feed in with our comments or our opinion or our point of view of something. I'm seeing that. I'm learning every day to just listen. Or if I hear a conversation, not to jump into the conversation with my point of view. No? So everything is about practicing, and practicing observing, practicing how to respond. And also purpose is about practicing, because purpose at the end is doing what we love to do. No? It's the being, and through the being we create what we love. And it has to do also with practice, because many times, usually, we don't know what we came to do here in this life. And it's by observing our feelings, our emotions, how do we respond to certain things, how do we respond to certain creations of our being. It's when we know if this is part of our path. Let's say if this creation, what we're doing now, is really related to us, or is just because we are relating it to something from the outside. If we don't practice and observe when we are being and doing or creating, it's difficult also for us to know what we like, what really is from our self, or what is really, or whatever, or what comes from what we are just doing because we are flowing with others. No? So practicing purpose is really listening to the heart, listening to the feelings, feeling how you vibrate with something, and knowing if it's something that will bring you somewhere, or if it's just another doing. No? I think practicing purpose is really this listening, this observation. Sometimes stuck because you don't know what to do next, the step to take, but it's also part of the process of practicing to be able to wait until it's time for whatever you have to do, and not just do it because you feel you have to do it something. You feel because you have been shown always to do something. So the feeling really comes from the thinking that it's always do something, because if you don't do, you're not going to be successful, you're not going to anywhere. So practicing purpose is also practicing the stillness, the being, the mindfulness, and waiting for for the next step and for the next intuition to then react on it or respond to it, not react, but to respond to it, knowing that it's a next step. I think this is something we've been reinforcing a lot in PiMOV lately together. It's not that someone is doing it and the other ones are following. No, it's that we really, through the PiMOV program and through this walking together sessions and through coming together, we are learning. We are together learning through this sharing, through this being, through this respect, through this honoring of others. We are learning this observation and the responding.